Hi everybody, this is a Relics of Hyrule video. I'm actually recording this narration after I recorded the video because apparently I didn't have my microphone plugged in. Yeah, so this is a video for the Kokiri Sword, Razor Sword, and Gilded Sword. I'm using the Relics of Hyrule version here, so this is part of the Relics of Hyrule video guide, but you can also use this video for the Razor Sword. I mean, the standalone Razor Sword and Gilded Sword mod. Um, so I'm here at Shrouded Grove, which is, no matter which version you're using, Shrouded Grove is where the Kokiri Sword is. Eventually I'd show you where on the map Shrouded Grove is, but I got distracted by a hawk at some point, so I guess we'll just have to... There it goes. Okay, so Shrouded Grove is near... It's sort of in the northeast of Skyrim. It's near Winterhold and Dawnstar. And the Wainin Stones, you have Silverdrift Lair there. So Dawnstar, there's something cool in Silverdrift Lair. You go to Dawnstar, go southeast, or Whiterun, go northeast. And go up there by Corvinjund. Or you could go to Winterhold and go southwest. Or if you were in Blackreach, you could come out the Tower of Mazark and just go east. And that would bring you to Shrouded Grove. And if you keep going east, there's something else there. There's something in, there. Yeah. There's Lydia, she's wearing the Hylian soldier armor. And I have a Falmer follower there from another mod that I'll talk about later. Well, another piece of Relics of Hyrule. So yeah, here goes Shrouded Grove Cave. Oh, I'm wearing the Golden Gauntlet too. That's pretty neat. On we go. And if that's all you wanted to know, stop watching the video. Alright, so we enter Shrouded Grove. There's normally a Spriggan in here. She's usually over by the tree there, so I'm being kind of careful because I'm not sure if she's in here or not. So yeah, she's tough. She's a leveled Spriggan, so if you have Dawnguard, she could be a Spriggan Matron or an Earth Mother. Anything. She's nasty. There's a chest back here with stuff in it. There's a Nord statue and a coffin. I think I've already visited Shrouded Grove, so there's not much in this chest. But what you really want is not in that shaft of light. No, it's more symbolic than that. It's by that giant old tree. And that is where the Kokiri Sword is. There's the Kokiri Sword. There's a songbook page by it for the Ocarina of Time, and there's a Flawless Emerald. If you have the standalone version, this is where the chest is. It's sort of in this shaft of light. I'm thinking of putting the Kokiri Sword in there, but I'm not really considering it because it's more symbolic if it's back here in the dark. It's more lore friendly if it's back here in the dark. And plus I put that rock there, you know, so whatever. So yeah, this songbook page is for the Ocarina of Time. And I'll show you what that songbook page does. It's Saria's song, so it's essentially route or rally, but different. So I take there's the Kokiri Sword. I took it, and I'm going to show it to you now. Kokiri Sword. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. And look at the value. Yep. So there's the Kokiri Sword. It's fast. It's pretty fast. It's a good sword, good dagger. It's the same strength as a glass dagger. And look at the blade. It uses wood grain instead of metal grain because it's the Kokiri. They're a forest tribe, so of course that makes total sense, doesn't it? That's a little touch I put in. It's based on, the mesh is by um, Christian of the early CRRE or CCRE. He made the Ocarina of Time mod for um, Oblivion. So this is an Oblivion mesh, but I updated the texture a little. There's some flaws in it, like that seam right there. But overall it's a really good texture. I'm proud of how it turned out. And that's the Kokiri Sword. So now I'm going to show you how to reforge it into the Razor Sword. First I have to leave Shrouded Grove. To the Pale! Right, so I'm here at Gulker's Monument. I got on my horse. I'm going north from Gulker's Monument. I don't know how to pronounce that. You can go north from there or go to Rorikstead and go east. You have to go to the Tyrrhenian Forge. I have another video talking about the Tyrrhenian Forge. So I'm going to head to the Tyrrhenian Forge. There's a neat tree up here if you go north from the Gulker's Monument. And I take a look at that tree because it's pretty cool. And there's some ore there that's pretty helpful if you're building a house. Yeah, go to Rorikstead, go east. That's the best way to get to the Tyrrhenian Forge. You can sort of see the Tyrrhenian Forge from here. It's within spitting distance of Rorikstead. You can see Rorikstead from the Tyrrhenian Forge. So the best way to get there is Rorikstead, go east. I also recommend that you swing by Talking Stone Camp, because there's a nice little Easter egg there that I put in. If you it's Talking Stone Camp. There, that's the hint. Anyway, I already did a video on the Tyrrhenian Forge. What's important is the Tyrrhenian Forge itself for this mod. Go to the Elven section. The Elven, not steel. No, Elven, there you go. And you need the Kokiri Sword, Dwarven Metal, steel, 2 steel ingots, and 1 leather strip. Oh, my character's holding it by the hot end. What a boss. Anyway, you also need level 40 in smithing. You don't need any perks, you just need level 40 in smithing. I'm gonna summon a conjurable chest with my golden gauntlets. I really like how the golden gauntlets turned out too. And I'm getting some dwarven metal and some steel out of here. Yeah. Dwarven metal. And there's the steel. Still don't know what dwarven metal is. They just call it dwarven metal. Whatever. It's probably some weird alloy. Anyway, Razor Sword. Kaboosh! And it raised my smithing too. And right off the bat, if you have level 60 in smithing, you will see the Gilded Sword and what you need for that. I'll talk about the Gilded Sword a little later in this video. Maybe like 7 minutes from now. Maybe 1, and then talk about it for 7 minutes. I need more steel, some quicksilver, and some leather strips. So I'm gonna get some. I was in the wrong folder or whatever. Steel, gotta get some steel, and gotta get the leather, because I don't have any leather strips, so I have to make some leather, which I will do. Doink. And you also need, you need level 60 of smithing. You also need 3 gold dust. You can find gold dust in 3 places. Dwarven Ruins, Falmer Hives, and Forsworn Camps. I'm gonna just hack some in right now because I don't really... it's not worth your time for me to run around and kill Forsworn to get gold dust. There's also 3 guaranteed samples They're hidden, though, in Kino Langdonzel, which is a Relics of Hyrule exclusive. So you can go to Kino Langdonzel and find all the hidden gold dust. So that's nice. I put that in because... Oh, yeah, here's the Razor Sword. I put it together... It's not a... It's not... It's sort of a custom mesh. I put it together in Nifscope. I took the blade of the Ebony Sword and duplicated it, squished it around. And those struts are also the Ebony Sword blade, retextured, brightened up, being awesome. I also used the Dwarven Mace handle and a Dwarven Metal disc, and retextured those to be more aligned with the textures of the original. I made it slimmer and smaller and nicer than the sword in the game and other Razor Sword mods out there, because Relics of Hyrule is supposed to be a merging of Zelda and Skyrim, so I need to make it look enough like the Zelda Razor Sword, but also reasonable in Skyrim. It's pretty fast. It's pretty strong too. I think it's the same strength as a glass sword. It's definitely stronger than a steel war axe, which is nice. But it's not quite as strong as the Master Sword or the Gilded Sword, which is the whole point. Don't know what I'm looking at. You can temper it with a Quicksilver ingot. Same with the Kokiri Sword, and I think with the Gilded Sword you can temper it with something else, Quicksilver and gold, I think. I'm showing you the blood mesh here. It was a lot of work making that blood mesh. It was really not easy, but it turned out pretty well. So yeah, you can go... I had a scabbard. This version of the mod that I'm using didn't have the scabbard, but the version that you probably are using has the scabbard. So I'm gonna make the Gilded Sword, and if you look at the did you see the value of the Gilded Sword? Oh yeah, the description: a distinctive two-bladed sword forged from the Kokiri Sword using Tyrrhenian smithing techniques. But look at the value of the Razor Sword. It's 2,000. And then look at the Gilded Sword. It's the same value. There's a reason for that. Look up what year Majora's Mask came out, and then you'll find your answer. So I'm gonna make the Gilded Sword eventually. I'm probably jibber-jabbing on silently, not knowing it. Come on, make the Gilded Sword. You can do it, Tortoise. There you go. Gilded Sword. And now it goes back to standard junk. There's Vigron Sword in there, which is nice. The Enhanced Iron Boots. That's an exclusive to Relics of Hyrule. I might talk about that some other time. Anyway, Gilded Sword. Showing that off. It's really nice. It's also cobbled together from vanilla components. It's nice and fast. It's the same speed as the Razor Sword. I think it's the same strength as a Daedric Sword. And it's a nice length. It's nice and slim. It's good for stabbing. And it's made from a Dwarven Sword that was sort of squished around. And then it has the glass sword handle. And then there's a little... I think I also put in part of the mace handle. So there's a little poke, the pommel is a little narrower than usual. And it has this nice leaf motif and how it sort of pokes out and how it holds the blade, and it's really nice. I really like how it turned out. And it sort of gives the illusion of having that sort of bevel that the Master Sword has, but sort of differently. I really like it. It's a really good reimagining of the Gilded Sword. Why am I praising my own work? I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the Razor Sword. I'm proud of the Gilded Sword. They're really, I really like how how they turned out. They're just, I really enjoy looking at them. I think that's the end, and I never know how to end these things, so I'm curious what my Falmer follower is staring at, or hearing at. So that's that. That's the Razor Sword mod. Thanks for watching. Go find Relics of Hyrule, or the Razor Sword and Gilded Sword mod that I made. J Calmad, that's me. Yeah, go nuts. That's pretty. It's still going? Oh, man. Oh, is he still talking?
Still here. Lead on.
Yeah, that's great, Lydia, thanks. Falling